their homes, in their communities, and in their schools and classrooms. The learning that we try to do at Edunova and that we really hold as quite a high expectation on ourselves is very personalized. Integration can only be meaningful when it is very accessible to people and when it resonates or resounds with something quite deep and meaningful to them as a person. And we've learned that although we want to have a systemic, big picture impact and a really wide reach, that really does need to be done building and growing one individual at a time. So we're accessible to local communities. Our learning centers are in communities. They're
over to you. Thank you very much.
I think you can leave, yes. We'll be calling one or two of you back in a minute. Thank you, Mahavir. Thank you to our panelists. Thank you for chairing those sessions so well, so efficiently. You're very time conscious, and I think we've set a new trend for conferences where people talk for 12 minutes, and I've spoken to quite a few of you, and it seems to work for you. So please complete the evaluation form so that we can know where we can improve. You will see that we heard your voice, and so we particularly heard Professor Jansen's voice. So the sound is wonderful. Thank you, Professor Jansen. The sound has now been fixed, and it was just a small technical problem. And many of you, your cell phones are messing with the sound. So next time, we're going to collect your cell phones, and we have a rummage sale planned. We're going to end off and complete by 1:30, and then provide you with a delicious lunch, because many of you have a plane to catch. I'd like to start off by thanking our partners. This conference would not have been possible without Bridge. There are two people from Bridge, and we don't have a gift for them. We're thanking them in another way. The first one is Camilla. Can you please stand, Camilla? Can we please put our hands together for Camilla? She's been amazing, and I think you all know what I'm talking about. She coached you. She ensured that this conference ran in the way it did, and she was unbelievable. Colleen, can you quickly just wave to everyone? Colleen's been tweeting. Bridge is they're experts in knowledge management. So she's capturing much of what was said here. She's been tweeting it across the world. We've been getting a great response. Bridge will be handling the knowledge management. And thanks to the Saville Foundation, we are going to produce a how-to booklet. We're going to produce quite a comprehensive booklet of all the projects and papers that were presented here, and we're going to package it, and we're going to compete on the bookshelf with Professor Jansen, and the royalties will come to IMASA. So a big thank you to our sponsor, the Saville Foundation. We particularly want to thank three big sponsors. Without them, this conference would not have been possible. The New Leaders Foundation has been unbelievable. I've been spending a great deal of my time with this conference, and I really want to thank Giles, Adelaide, and the Board of New Leaders. A big thank you. And Ryan, please convey our thanks to Old Mutual, to Jerry, and Graham, and the rest of the board, and a big thank you for your substantial donation. And then Anusha, I think we don't have a Xenix representative here, but they gave a substantial donation as well. And we're going to pass on something to all these sponsors. But can we give a round of applause to Xenix? I'd like to call on Dr. Piet Venter and Joan Nell to please come forward. Let me start with Joan. Professor Jansen, your team is exceptional. And Joan and Piet were unbelievable. Now, we've run quite a few IMASA conferences. You can see this is number 14. We've never had this kind of cooperation ever from a university. You have an exceptional group of people, and we really want to thank Joan and Piet. And we have a small gift for the entire team, and a special gift for Joan. Thank you very much. And Piet, can you pass this on to the entire team? And thank you so much for all the help and support. Thank you very much. The adjudication panel was made up of 4 people, myself, Camilla, and then 2 people who are not affiliated to the organizations running this conference, and they are Sherry and Giles. And we'd like to pass on a small gift to Sherry and Giles. Can you please come up quickly? Please give them a round of applause. They were excellent adjudicators, and some people did try and bribe them. I won't name names here, but these people are squeaky clean, Professor. The conference organizing committee, you have their names on the program, but I particularly want to highlight my colleague Inimasa Anusha Naidu. Just wave, Anusha. And Celeste Coverdale. Where is Celeste? There's Celeste at the back. Please give Celeste a big round of applause. I think many of you dealt with her, and she just reminded me that 3 organizations haven't paid. Now, I'm not going to name and shame you, Edward Snowden style. We're going to ask that you please pay, because otherwise you're not going to be eligible for the booklet or for the films. We have to the Sable Foundation has asked that we identify 15 projects. So those of you who are keen to be filmed, we will send a professional crew out to you. And it's an expensive exercise, I think you know. And we're then going to publicize it all over the world, and especially the CEI website, so that we can learn from you and share good practice. We're now going to give out wonderful certificates for the projects. We sadly can't give the framed certificates to the papers because there was a little accident on the way from Johannesburg. So we do have certificates for each of the papers, but we're going to hand out a wonderful certificate, and we're going to ask Professor Jansen and Advocate Alison Bengson Marley to please take the stage here, and I'll call out the projects. Okay, the first one is Technical Schools Turnaround. Can you please give Moavia Khali a big round of applause? I'm going to move quite quickly. Pearson's Education. Please stand so that the photographer can just take a quick picture, Moavia, in between the two. This is the... Thank you. Pearson's Education. Please give a round of applause to Nikki. Pilani. Ken Maxwell. Please give a round of applause. WordWorks. Funza. The University of the Free State, Dr. Piet. Protea Education Fund. Go for Gold. The Chailey Campaign. Protein. Patty, are you here? Kagiso Trust. Go for goals over there. Can you come around this side, please? Kagiso Trust. David Rattray Foundation. You know who's who in the zoo. Can you just... Nalibali. Gold Pier. Ikamba Youth. Penreach. Teach South Africa. Migration to e-learning.